Now, you played at Germany, started out in the 11th division and worked your way up, and then later in your career you moved over to the U.S. Tell me, what's the difference in the attitude that people look at the sport from the Europeans to the Americans? What's the difference?
In America is something, if you are the best, that is what counts. In basketball, in baseball, if in hockey and track and field, if you are one of the best, you get all the attention. So if you're not one of the best, it's very difficult. And you could see in soccer, we are not the best in soccer, so we had to deal with a lot of things, problems to get this whole professional levels, running for years. So, and that is if the U.S. national team would win once the gold medal, or maybe the men's, or maybe the World Cup, that would change a lot. Mm-hmm. And in this way I'm just thinking about the soccer people, that the people who play soccer in the United States think that it's so easy to play in different countries. Mm-hmm. But in different countries, you live soccer and you breathe soccer, you read soccer, it's soccer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's wherever you go open up a newspaper, it's something about soccer, something about you maybe when you play. Mm-hmm. So next day you go to the bakery, buy something, people talking about the soccer game last weekend, the people talking about some interviews on TV last night. Mm-hmm. in soccer. So people may know you because you play soccer, they're talking to you because you had a very bad game last week or you had a great game. Mm-hmm. So you're constantly in the picture or in the eyes of spectators, media, so everybody. So every day is something in there. If you'd have a bad game, you open up the papers, maybe something bad about you. Mm-hmm. Here in America, it's nothing. You don't read anything. I would say nobody cares. Because you play. If you have a bad game, you go out of the stadium, maybe have your 2-3 guys saying, you had a bad game. So okay, everybody could have a bad game. Mm-hmm. In Europe, you would read the whole week something about you. People would point fingers at you. Mm-hmm. So you are much more, you have to deal with much more of those situations than here in America. So, and a lot of, like Landon Donovan, for example, great player, he didn't make it over there because he had to work every day to get the job done. Mm-hmm. And for him it was much easier to come back, play in the MLS, where he doesn't have a lot of pressure. So those kind of things, when you grow up in this environment that you are under the fire from all the people, all the fans, every single day, is excitement. It's excitement that you feel in the stadium. So it comes back from the fans. You go to watch a MLS game, and the fans are not the same like it is in Argentina, like it is in Italy, in England, or in Germany. Mm-hmm. It's because of that. So,
would you say that pressure and that sort of criticism, do you think that's what the U.S. needs to become a more successful football nation?
Not only that, it is, again, there's a lot of pieces that have to fall in place. One, of course, it doesn't come from one year to the next one. It takes time. It's a generation problem. People who are basketball fans, they are like 50, 60, 70 years old. Those are basketball, football fans, hockey fans. Their kids maybe played soccer in the first generation. Then their kids now are big soccer players. They love that game. Mm-hmm. They love the game more than maybe basketball or maybe football. They love in football the tail party, the whole party is going around the game. Mm-hmm. So, but they like really to play soccer. So if we would have another 10 years and those kids who are now 10, 15, 20 years old, they may be 40 years old, 35 years old, and they're having kids, and the professional league is even bigger and more people watching the game, then the media, if like the US would win the World Cup or a gold medal, then more money would come in to the league, that they can pay more money for the players. If more money for the players, more people want to play the game. So and that's all kind of a circle that needs to fall in place. The other thing is with all the fans, you know, the fans need to be excited. The fans need to be, you know, can't wait on Friday to go to the game and singing and dancing for 90 minutes. The second part is why what we need to work on is the development of the players. We have 20 million kids, but we don't have a real superstar. We have players who play in the Bundesliga. We have players who play in England. We have players who play in other countries, but not a starter in Inter Milan. We don't have a starter in Bayern Munich. We don't have a starter in Chelsea.
Right.
So as long as we don't have starters in those teams, it's very difficult to win a World Cup, even if it's a tournament. You play only 8-9 games. But we are getting more and more. It's getting better and better every year. So we're getting more people or more kids going overseas and playing in the European League. So and getting more experience, and they're stepping up more and more. And it's great. Like I said, it takes time. It takes 10, 15 years. But it could be better. If you have 20 million kids, we should have better players.
Right.
The players are good, don't get me wrong, but we could have better players. And I think it's about the development. I love this phrase. It's like a piano player. If you want to be a piano player, you have to play every day. If you play only once a week, you can play a nice song on Christmas, but that's it. You cannot play on stage. Nobody would pay you to play on piano. But if Elton John, for example, he is huge. I mean, ask him how often he played. He played maybe 6 hours a day. On the weekend, maybe Saturdays, Sundays, maybe another 8 hours. Who knows? But if you want to get good and get something, so you have to do it on a daily basis, not just playing. Even if you train 5 days a week, it doesn't mean that you will be a professional player.